Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy PK and welcome back to another video on the channel, man. And this one I'm definitely very excited to do because this is a game that I've been waiting a long time for. I'm sure many of you have been as well, especially if you've been following along with this IP, and that is of course Blue Protocol Star Resonance, or BPSR as I'll be calling it during this video. If you've been following along with the IP, then you would know the OG Blue Protocol in Japan did not do good, did not live up to expectations, and a lot of things were wrong with it. Overall, just lackluster content. A lot of it felt just the same, no gimmicks to it really, and a bunch of other stuff going into it, but I'm sure you're already aware if you're watching this video, so I won't go too much into all that stuff. But then, of course, we didn't end up getting it globally, or even a taste of it globally in terms of any betas or anything like that, so overall the OG flopped. But this one, definitely a lot better, and I'm very excited for it. I've actually was a beta tester for it myself, a beater, if you will. So I could definitely say that this game is definitely living up to the hype that the previous one failed to do. And there's a lot of good things that this version has done to make changes to and adapt on in order to make it just an overall enjoyable experience for MMO players, anime fans, and everybody in between. But let's go ahead and get into this stuff right now. So the official launch, as you can see right here, is going to be October 9th, 2025. So at the time of recording this video, I have 6 more days left. So looking good is right around the corner. Of course, you can pre-register for it on their official website up here, putting in your email, or doing any of these stuff down here. The usual stuff, Steam, Epic Game Store, then your mobile device stores as well. And before we get into the official launch news right here, just want to show some stuff like the lottery draw. So if you didn't know that this was a thing, they did update it fairly recently after the end of the beta, which was toward mid to end of the summer. So this is a nice little thing you can do to get some freebies in. You can earn up to 5 attempts doing these pre-register stuff, or prerequisites rather, and you can win some cool stuff, you know, gaming chair, controller, keyboard. I didn't win it, so hopefully you do. But you know, some nice stuff like coloring agents, which helps with making dies in the game, random toy chests for some toys, the money currency in the game, Luno, and then Rose Orbs, which is the premium currency, other cool stuff like that. So if you haven't done this yet, be sure to do so you can just get some nice little freebies for when the game officially launches. If it doesn't tell you to do it before you do this draw, you basically do want to sign in with the email account that you're going to use when you create your account in the game when it officially launches, so that you can assure that all of these goodies that you get end up going to the specific account that you want it to. So make sure to go ahead and sign in before getting into that stuff if it doesn't prompt you to beforehand. Then looking at the pre-registration milestones, you can see that we got pretty much almost all of them, besides the final one being at the 5 million mark. I believe they mentioned on their Twitter that they hit the 4 million mark not too long ago, so I'm sure they're working up to the 5 million, if not close to it. They don't have the counter on the website, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I'm sure we'll hit it by the time it officially launches. So getting, again, more freebies, money, basic star chests, so just chests with basic materials in it. Rose Orbs, always love to see that. Some hairstyle and visage reforger vouchers, so more stuff for your customization if you choose to re-edit your character after making it initially. And then of course the final one that we're hopefully going to get, which is the loyal pickup pup, which I believe is a mount, but it could also maybe be a pet. I believe it's just a mount though. And then I won't go too much into like the classes or anything like that in this video, just because I might do a separate video for that. But just to say what I was playing in the beta, I was rocking the Stormblade class because I love me a nice katana wielding class, nice and flashy. And I did use the Ido Blade style. There are 2 paths to every class, so you can choose one or the other, whichever one you prefer. But I prefer personally to do the other one, the Moonblade one, because it does use a scythe, as you can see right here. And if you know anything about me, I love scythes. Any game that has a scythe in it, that's my shit. So hopefully they implemented the class changes that the Chinese version got not too long ago, so that all the classes feel a lot better and a lot more balanced. Moving in to the newsletter that they posted for the launch, the highly anticipated MMORPG Blue Protocol Star Resonance launches on October 9th, 2025. So like I said, it's just around the corner. cross-platform play between PC and mobile, and then wishlisting and pre-registering on the official sources, like I said earlier. Then they had a commemorative music video that celebrated the 29,000 closed beta players, me being one of them, of course, so love to see that. Probably won't play it in this video, but if it's something you want to look at, you can go ahead and do so on your own. And then something that I didn't expect, but will probably be good for a lot of you guys, or those that it applies to, is of course the in-game rewards for the Crunchyroll members, which they'll talk more about later on. Once again, October 9th is the official launch date, 6 days from the time I'm recording this, so again, we almost here, boys and girls, we almost here. And they go on to say in the letter, it was posted on September 16th, the highly anticipated anime-inspired MMORPG, BPSR, will officially launch across Europe, North America, and South America on October 9th. I do know that they have been discussing the other servers that will be planning on launching, like I believe a C server was one of them, and probably others as well, in their official Discord channel. So if you haven't seen any news on that outside of their Discord or anything like that, you probably want to go in there and check it out. They do try to do their best, they've said, to have the official team discuss with us more as a community so we can figure out stuff ahead of time and also just understand what they're doing and their thought process on the game overall. So hopefully the release date for those other servers is close and not too far behind. But as far as I'm aware, there shouldn't be any region lock on Star Resonance as a whole with these servers, and probably any other servers, even the Chinese release. So you should realistically be able to play all of the versions of it from anywhere without the need for a VPN, which is definitely nice to have. The OG definitely didn't do that, so already a step in the right direction. I'm sure the main thing that most people will have questions about is whether you can ultimately switch accounts from one server to another if you're someone that wants to start, say, on North America, if you're a C player, and then once the C server pulls up, if you're able to transfer that over. I don't know if they've mentioned anything about it yet, but hopefully they do soon, either officially on this website or their Discord or other official platforms. So they say that this game invites players to dive into a fun fantasy story, embark on an adventure with friends, and enjoy every moment in this anime-style world of Regnus. Fans can wishlist the game and pre-register on the sites below, and the game will support cross-platform play between mobile and PC, allowing players to enjoy a seamless experience across devices with synchronized progression. So again, whether you start on mobile or PC and want to switch or use both in tangent, say you're out and about, like me, I'll be out and about on October 9th actually, so I'll probably end up starting my account on mobile and then doing everything on PC once I am back home. So yeah, definitely love to see that there's synchronized progression and everything will be seamless. A lot of games have been doing that, so I'm glad this is one of them. And of course, like they said, their heartfelt thank you to the beta testers. The recent closed beta test was met with an incredible response, drawing over 29,000 players into the world of Regnus. The development team extends its deepest gratitude to all participants. Their valuable feedback is being actively used to polish and improve the game for the official launch. To celebrate the community spirit, they made a special commemorative video featuring players' best moments from the beta, as well as the official English theme song Starlight over Asterleads. Again, won't be playing it in this video, but if it's something you want to look at, go ahead and do so. Had some nice little cool moments. It was nice and cute. Had some cool edits too, so it's a nice video overall. Then again, the thing that I didn't expect is the exclusive Crunchyroll member benefits. Adventuring in BPSR with a Crunchyroll membership is better. Upon launch, players with any Crunchyroll membership tier, new and existing, can log in with their credentials to receive exclusive in-game rewards, including avatar frames, mount skins, and more to customize their adventure. Stay tuned for more details on official channels. And I think if I saw it above in the news, it was right here. I guess it's not something I click. All good. I don't think they've officially posted what those rewards will be yet, even on their Twitter or anything like that, so we'll probably have to wait a little bit more time to see what that looks like. Me personally, I'm not a Crunchyroll member, but they do say any tier, new and existing, can get these rewards. So if you want to do like a free trial for Crunchyroll or use someone's account if they're not playing the game themselves, anything like that, I'm sure you could do that and be just fine and get those rewards. But at the end of the day, it's optional, so don't stress too much about it if you don't want to. And And then to finish off this one, they do give a little FAQ on what the game BPSR is going to be like. For those new to the world of Regnus, BPSR offers a rich MMORPG experience defined by several key highlights that I know a lot of the MMO community or people new getting into MMOs will definitely enjoy. Anime style visuals, obviously a big selling point for the anime fans and anyone that's looking to get into an anime inspired MMO. Stunning graphics create an immersive anime styled world while preserving the high quality visuals of Project Sky Blue. And if you were here for the Project Sky Blue days, then hey, you've been here as long as I've been here. So hey, we finally here, man. We finally getting the damn game. But I love to see it. Next, dynamic combat system, class system, talent builds, skill sets, and equipment enable personalized combat style customization with iterative content updates actively diversifying the approaches. So again, like I mentioned earlier, each class will have 2 separate talents or talent traits that you can go to, either one or the other, or even mix and matching some parts in between when it comes to certain areas of the tree. So you can choose how you want to go about your play style. And then of course, the skill sets were a lot more refined from the OG equipment. I haven't really seen much about it, but I'm sure it was a lot more refined than the OG. There's a lot of better enhancements to the game to make the combat system a lot more fluid, polished, exciting, flashy, whatever you want to say about it. So it's not just the boring old thing that we had in the original, which I love to see that. Another big selling point, of course, for most games these days, open world. Explore expansive landscapes filled with quests, dungeons, and epic raids. One of the biggest complaints when it came to the OG Blue Protocol in Japan was the fact that their open world was bullshit, basically. They said it was kind of open world, but it was a lot of instances, a lot of having to move from one instance of a map to another. In Star Resonance, like I said, I've played the beta, and I can definitely attest that they have cut that down significantly. Pretty much, the open worlds are exactly that, all open world, no loading screens in between. The only time you'll have to worry about loading screens and instances like that is when you're going from main hubs to the open world. So think Final Fantasy XIV if you played that. If you're going from the main city, so like Astraleeds in this game, this is the first one that we're going to be at, to the Astraleed Plains, you'll have a loading screen there. I didn't have much problems when it came to loading screens, but I know certain players did. So it'll probably be, 50-50 depending on how the serviceability is, if you're getting good fast screens or not. But once you are in those open world areas, everything is open, there's no instances, you can explore everywhere whenever you want, so that's definitely awesome. Then finally, multiplayer social experience, trade, guilds, and community events enhance the multiplayer experience. Now, this is something that I personally hope that they expanded on, just because obviously when it came down to like the market and stuff like that in the game, typical problems in a beta are just like the early stages of a market, things will be overpriced, certain things won't be on sale because of how many players are just using that same resource and other stuff like that. So I hope they definitely made that a whole lot better. Guilds definitely were fun. You could definitely expand more on it, so I hope that they did. And then community events, I didn't hate them, but I didn't love them either. I thought they were cool, but they weren't like something I would actively do every single day or even every couple of days if I didn't want just the extra goodies and resources that it was providing. So hopefully they up that up, a notch, so that it's a lot better and just a lot more fun for the community, because having an MMO, you obviously want to have good community events so that everyone's just engaged with each other and not sticking to just solo play or even just playing with their friends, right? You want to make friends. You don't want to just play with the old same people. And then the biggest thing when it comes to this is definitely trade. In the beta, they did not have any trading really outside of the market. So like player to player trade, it was something that I definitely hope they included in the official launch. I don't even know if the Chinese version has it, so if they don't, then we probably won't have it yet, but I hope they just include it in all versions, because having gear and weapons that you get from all the grinding that you're doing, it's going to be a hassle, right? If you get stuff that you can't use or just don't plan on ever using, if it's for different classes that you're not playing, and if you can't trade it, all you can really do is just break it down for mats, right? So hopefully they put some kind of trade into the game so that we could do that between players, even if it has to be like an equivalent exchange, like gold rarity to gold rarity, purple to purple, etc., so that we can get more stuff moving around and not having to hoard stuff or just use stuff for mats, right? So yep, that's going to be it for this newsletter. They have their official links right here. And they talk more about A+ Japan, which is the company that was working on the game. But I won't go much into that stuff. And then some Crunchyroll stuff as well. Moving on over to their official Twitter page, BPSR Official. You'll see they have posted some stuff. And they pretty much have been posting some stuff for a couple of months now. Obviously getting ready for the official launch. They say right here that there is some extra goodies that we can expect. So for PC players, we'll get a balloon mount. For APJ accounts, so I assume the type of login that you can do, depending on how you log into the game. You can get an exclusive APJ frame, so that's nice. And I'm sure as a whole, we'll probably get even more pre-register and just launch celebration stuff in the mail once it actually officially launches, outside of the stuff that I've already mentioned here and that they've mentioned on their official sites. So I'm definitely excited for all the goodies that we'll be getting once this game officially launches. And then one more thing to show on their official website is just the little teaser video that they made for the game's launch. We'll go ahead and watch it right now. And as y'all can see, it's looking pretty beautiful, man, if you ask me. Characters looking good, world's looking great. A lot of nice design in it. The music was banging in the beta, so hopefully still banging on the launch. You can see one of the major adjustments that they did to the movement in this game. Seeing this character was doing the flight right there. Of course, our mounts as well. And we'll see coming up here just them introducing some of the main story characters that we'll be expecting. Got homie riding a golem right here. Oh, I will. Yes, sir. Blue Protocol Star Resonance on October 9th, baby. And then before we finish this video off, 'cause I don't want it to be too long, since it's just a really news video, if anything, I did want to give some shout outs to some creator-made resources, because these personally helped me a lot when it came to playing in the beta. Again, I didn't really have any hands-on experience with the game. I had to watch majority of it until we actually had a chance to play it. So using these resources definitely helped me understand what it is I need to do in the game, what I have to look forward to, and all that stuff. So this first one was made by a creator named Bidoof 2D. I'll leave the link to this spreadsheet he made in the description. This is his BPSR server launch checklist. This one was the one that I used in the beta, so I'm not sure if he's updated this one yet or if he's made a separate one that he's going to update. If so, I'm sure you can check his official channel and stuff like that and get all the resources that you need. He is a longtime player of the game and even plays the Chinese version to this day, so you can expect that he knows what he's talking about. And then just to show you, obviously has a bunch of days and stuff that you can do for each checklist. I forgot to mention it earlier, but one of the things that they did do in this game, which some people might have problems with, but I personally thought in the beta they did a really good job with, is that they are time gating content. So, you know, the story will be time gated each day, and because of that, obviously whatever unlocks with the story is going to be time gated, and just that kind of thing. Again, I thought they did a good job at making sure it was fluid, enough content to get in each day without it feeling too limiting or too much. And realistically, in terms of the beta, it wasn't until these later days at the end of the beta where it started getting, you know, less and less, but obviously that just depends on what we'll have each update cycle. So just an example of what you can expect from this spreadsheet for like the day one, for example. Create your character, right? Obviously. Finish the main story quest all the way up to where it will let you. So the first day was to the end of chapter 1, joining a guild, finishing all the side quests, leveling up skills and talent points for your talent tree, doing work on your gear, doing dungeons, solo trials, all that good stuff. And then even some extra daily stuff like the daily mission board, the daily season pass points to get season pass points for the battle pass, and various stuff like that that he recommends. Again, I'll say this, and I'm sure he'll say this too. You do not have to really follow this kind of spreadsheet to a T. These are just resources that he's provided to us to use, so we have a blueprint on what we should be doing. But ultimately, play the game how you want, right? If you don't want to follow this, you don't have to. Or if you want to follow some of it and not all of it, you can do that as well, right? Do what makes sense to you and to your account, and will give you the most enjoyability and fun overall, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. But this is just a nice resource, like I said, that helped me figure things out. So I'll obviously be sharing it with you guys too. Then the final one's going to be this Blue Protocol interactive map made by IMapp, IMapp. You can see the link up here for it, blueprotocol.interactivemap.app. I'll also put the link in the description for this one. I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch of these kind of interactive maps made by various different communities and stuff, so ultimately use the one that you feel works the best for you and is a lot more easy to read. But these are definitely resources that I would recommend, especially this map, because in a game like this, like open world games, right, even like stuff like Genshin and stuff have maps like this, right, you want to have a map like this that you can understand all the things that you're getting and that you can track them, so that you're not having to do a lot of backtracking, right? If you were trying to get like all of the gold chests, right, which are the epic ones, or even the common chests, right, and you think you got like the gold chest in this area, but then you don't remember, and then you go back and you realize you didn't, right? It's just good to be able to track stuff like this so that you don't have to worry too much about the old stuff that you didn't get, or once we have new updates, right, and we get new stuff to explore and new chests to find, having to backtrack to areas to get achievements or to finish maps completely, right, for the 100%. So having a resource like this is definitely very beneficial, and I've heard good things about this map specifically. It's one backed by the community, and a lot of people like it, so this is the one that I'll be personally using, at least until there's anything else that I would find that's personally better to me. But yep, that's going to do it for that one. Before we finish off that video for today, just a quick, do I recommend you playing this game? At the end of the day, it is a free-to-play game. You don't have to worry about certain MMO things like monthly or yearly subscriptions you have to pay for, or even a one-time purchase that you'd have to do just to play the game. It's free to download and it's free to play, and realistically the monetization in the game is ultimately optional, right? Either you can buy stuff in the game or not. You really don't have to in order to enjoy the game. And ultimately, as a good member of our society, I should say, choose what you're willing to spend in this game or not. Do it wisely, and ultimately don't beat yourself up about it if you do. It's your decision at the end of the day. But I do recommend playing this game overall. It's a lot of fun. Again, they do a lot of things better and greater than the OG Blue Protocol, so if that was something that deterred you from playing it initially, this has a lot of better stuff to it, so I definitely recommend it in that avenue. And at the end of the day, give it the classic 3 rule, whether that's 3 hours, 3 days, whatever you want to call it. Give it some time to try. It's not a big game, so it doesn't take much to download. And if you like it, keep playing it until you don't. And if you don't, then don't worry about it. There's other games to come out. But yeah, I personally recommend this game. It's a lot of fun. You definitely have a lot of cool stuff to it. And ultimately, it being an MMO, there's going to be a lot of cool group things like raids and stuff like that that you can enjoy. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content, especially on Blue Protocol Star Residence. Again, I've been waiting a very long time for this game, and I had a lot of fun in the beta, so I definitely will be enjoying this game once it officially launches. And of course, if you guys want to see more content on the channel, I would definitely love to provide that to you guys now that I'm getting a better understanding of the game and feel more confident on how to play the game and what to talk about and all that good stuff. So I'm sure I can give you guys some nice guides or gameplay. And yeah, until next time, guys, peace out, y'all.